Hello, my name is Brayanoski.
And I'm Awesome Rouse, and you're watching The Inner Gamer On.
And today we will be talking about both WB Games Montreal and Rocksteady announcing two new games that are coming out to the Arkhamverse at DC FanDome. We have Gotham Knights as well as Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Those games were announced, revealed, lots of cool stuff to talk about it, so let's dive right in.
Yeah,
here we go.
And if you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and bang that bell, because we know you want to.
So first thing we're going to talk about is the FanDome, DC FanDome that went on this past weekend, in which they revealed two exciting games, one from WB Games Montreal and the other one from Rocksteady. We have Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad. Very, very exciting. So
before you jump into what this is, Brett, I got to say right now, I'm calling it Gotham Knights Game of the Year 2021. Hands down, already.
Going for it?
That's a bold claim, man.
I am so pumped for this game right now. Like, this trailer, I felt like showed you exactly what you're going to get. While some trailers kind of like, sugarcoat a little bit, and it's not always the same, but I mean, it's coming off of their last game. So like, I feel like we understand what this game is going to be like, and it's going to be co-op.
What was the last game that WB Montreal put out?
Origins. Arkham Origins.
Oh, they put out Origins? Really?
Yeah.
That was their team?
Right, so Rocksteady's doing the other one, not this one?
Right.
Now, Rocksteady's doing Suicide Squad.
Then I got confused. Yeah. It still looks good. Still looks good. I still will say Game of the Year.
Well, so here's the thing. So what's interesting, both of these games are in the Arkham universe. So they're both tied to the Arkham universe. So when you're playing Suicide Squad, that's also in the same universe as the game that Gotham Knights is doing, which I thought to be very, very surprising. But yeah, they did. Well, so they also worked on Batman Arkham City, even though that wasn't like their spearhead, but they were like a support studio for
I gotcha.
for Rocksteady. But then, yeah, they spearheaded Arkham Origins. So that's the last game that they produced for this. So take it with a grain of salt, how you feel about that game.
I've never seen a man have to buy insurance on a bet so fast in my entire life.
It still looked amazing. It still looks good. No, because you get to play like all the Robins with Batgirl. Like, there's never been a time we could do that, and for them to actually, do a full-fledged version of all of these characters. I thought it was gonna be Damian Wayne as Robin, but I guess it's just Tim Drake, which is a little sad. But still, like, all these people have really awesome backgrounds, and
Dude, Red Hood
as
a playable character
with guns.
If we survive this year, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
This is our treat for surviving 2020.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, they showcased Gotham Knights trailer. Did you all watch the gameplay afterwards that they had?
I did.
Yeah, so they had a gameplay trailer too that showed more of like literally gameplay, which was awesome to actually see some gameplay.
Right.
And there is some things like some people are complaining about the fact that you shoot somebody or you hit somebody or whatever, and you got a bunch of the numbers popping up everywhere. But other than that, I mean, I thought it looked fun. Like, I like this whole. I just so excited to work with my team and plan your attacks as you enter that. I mean, because like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and all that stuff, just the traversal of finding different creative ways to attack groups of enemies was so much fun. And now that they have that same kind of mechanic, but in here with 3 other friends, is super, super exciting. And the game just looks so good. Like, the graphics are incredible. The mechanics of the game look really solid. Traversal, I mean, they have that same mechanic where you just like look up and you have like little pinpoints where you can like kind of like zip line yourself up to or whatever. That was really nice to just see how simple it is to navigate through the world. But I'm really, really looking forward to what this game can become and how they carry it through. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be like a live service kind of effect, because I saw as you're upgrading and taking people down, like there's you're getting resources and things as you're killing people. So I'm anxious to see where they're gonna take that, because it's almost like comparing it to Marvel's Avengers that's coming out here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking really forward to that, and I thought that was my game, but I think I'm looking more forward to this than Avengers at this point. I like Avengers. Like, it plays, well, you guys can go back and listen to what we thought, but yeah, it's fine. Like, it's great. I'm excited for it, but this. is way better.
This is something else.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured Bruce Wayne wouldn't casually upload a vlog being like, "What's up, homies? I'm dying."
Yeah.
was
But I bet you
thinking-
bail me
anything,
out.
he's not dead. I bet you anything's not dead.
Yeah. As it is like, if you're reading this, I'm dead. Oh, there's not a single person on the planet that was believing that. Nobody watching the trailer was like, "There's not gonna be Batman in this game at all." Like,
This
But
is another one of
it-
those Marvel's Avengers deal where like Captain America's dead and then eventually
Yeah.
he's gonna like come back
he's gonna
into
come
the
back.
game somewhere. Yeah, this one looks. I mean, I'm very very impressed and excited to see this coming out for 2021. I mean, the style of this game is really nice. Like the visual style that they've established is just got me excited. And that's one thing I like about DC that they struggle with, because I mean DC movies particularly, like they haven't been as big of blockbusters as all the Marvel movies have been, but I like the dark undertones that they've tried to establish with all of these much better than the more lightheartedness, I guess, of Marvel's
sure.
content. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they lean into that a lot here, and it looks like they definitely at the very end, with that bit there, it was just like all that dark kind of more adult feeling stuff is really interesting to me as a growing adult gamer.
Fair. I think that if we had to talk about DC versus Marvel for a second without actually diving into the comics themselves,
Yeah.
film wise, Marvel's crushing it, absolutely demolishing them. It's no contest. I'm sorry, Batman v Superman fans, the two of you that are out there, like, stop, please.
That's me.
I knew it. In every room, there's one.
Yep.
In every room, there's one. Calm down. Let's be real. Marvel won. At least it's a blank slate now. What with the I guess the saga concluding, if you will, right? With Endgame. It's a blank slate now, and everything's up for grabs. Who knows? Things could change. Robert Pattinson Batman movie looks pretty good. I'll give it a shot. But I think that where DC is I think very clearly has the upper hand is probably in the animation department, right? DC animations completely destroy Marvel animations, and it's not even close, right? We just get back-to-back bangers pretty consistently from there. But where it is being a little bit more contested now, it feels like it's in the gaming space, with DC definitely having that edge, right? They got the head start on them coming out strong with the Arkham series, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Big
now,
time.
off of that groundwork, continuing to build up and flesh out, I think that universe thematically, and then combining that with unique properties like Injustice, makes it feel like DC might have a stronghold here. And I think that what determines how well DC's, I guess, dynasty in the gaming space continues is partially on these new games, but I think more so in Marvel's court, in the sense that for them, if you look at what Marvel has had in the fighting game space, you have to compare, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which was a total dud, compared to Injustice, right, which did really well, right?
Yeah.
If you want to compare narrative-driven stories, Spider-Man, massive success, right?
Yeah.
But does it live up to the hype of, say, an Arkham City? We don't know. Not enough time has passed necessarily, right? Going into the future now, you have the Avengers game around the corner. You have Miles Morales, of course, dropping in I don't know what, like 8 months or so.
Yeah.
It's again like it feels like this new decade of sorts, right? Just like in the film space, DC has like a reset button of sorts where they could really prove themselves again. I think Marvel also has this opportunity, but right now it feels like from what's being pushed out, DC is saying we're not hanging up anytime soon. We got some bangers coming your way. What I'm, I guess, most curious about is what other universes they're going to tap into, right? Because it's all right now really tied primarily towards Batman and Superman, right? Are we going to see anything that's more Flash-centric? Are we going to see anything Green Lantern-centric, Aquaman-centric, etc.? Or have those characters not proven themselves enough to, or have a stable enough rogues gallery to provide a good gaming experience? I don't know. Just thoughts to think about, I guess, around all that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the issue with the film thing is that maybe the Snyder cut will make everyone rejoice in how awesome Zack Snyder might be. I don't know, but I think having, I forget the names of the two guys for Marvel who are like doing that. The
Russo brothers?
Yeah, like coming through all of these and tying them together in a way. And yeah, I know there's different directors, but making the Avengers movies like fantastic. Like you don't really have that with DC. And maybe Snyder had a bunch of ideas to make like 2 movies and make some really awesome things. But obviously things didn't work out the way they were supposed to. So that's where DC is just kind of falling short on the film side. But here, they're supposed to, and they want to focus on doing more Marvel-ish stuff, family-friendly to some degree, when I feel like the DC universe is much darker and can be super dark. And at least in the video games, you can kind of portray that more without worrying about, like, oh, we can't market this or whatever. It's not meeting the demographic we want to really reach out to or whatever, And it's just, I'm glad, hopefully here they can really own, or at least come into their own and fulfill all our dreams for this universe.
Wait, so as a comic book fan, is there one DC hero that you think would have an amazing game that you're just kind of waiting for that hasn't really happened yet?
It's a good question.
Haven't thought of that, actually. Maybe like Deathstroke would be cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like an assassin game. And it just, you're a bad guy, but hell, you're killing other bad guys probably. Or you have to go up against Batman. I don't know. Kill Robin. I don't know the full story of it.
Is there a Deathstroke mod for Sekiro? I think that'll hold me over for the time being.
That would be awesome.